I'm late, but let's talk about this. Alright, In the Fire, Amber H, first movie after the Depp trial, goes up in flame. And the metaphors here are very straightforward, coming from CNN even. Wow. So those who fell victim to the over-the-top animosity directed at Amber H during the Johnny Depp trial, as chronicled in the docuseries Depp vs. Heard, cheap documentary CNN, to be honest, we'll also have fresh ammunition thanks to the In the Fire, a pretty awful starring vehicle for the actor that she has also produced, a film unlikely to produce many spark beyond those set off by the morbidly curious. So, the movie is a cheap movie, low budget, co-produced by her, and it's going down the drain. But then you see the difference in Rolling Stone. With here we have Marlo Stern, that apparently it's a big simp for Amber H. In the Fire director was blown away by Amber Heard, a fearless truth teller. I don't even know what to say to this, but it's fascinating to see the bias of one organization use to the other. You really have a sense of how much deception there is at play here. So the truth, it seems to be very clear here, which is that this movie is not doing very well at all. Not only just because there is a AH, which is not particularly a decent actor, not even good, not even decent. So it's just somebody that happened to be there trying to be an actor, apparently. But also the entire rest of the movie. People are complaining about the script, that it's just all over the place, not well written. The cinematography is cheap. I actually watched a video of somebody talking about they use basically Steadicams. They use cams which they're not mostly mounted on tripods, so a lot of the footage is shaky. And even though, as a videographer, amateur videographer myself, having a Steadicam, moving cam, it's not per se a bad thing. But most likely in this case they really went like guerrilla style, because they tried to be as cheap as possible with the production. So resulting in many shots where the film is too jittery and it doesn't look professional at all, honestly. I was surprised watching those videos, those clips. I thought, Jesus, man, there are YouTubers doing a better job on their own with one camera. So there you have it. In the Fire, tomato meter 11%, 9 reviews. Audience score 30%. This is really incredibly low. I don't know if they're gonna correct this, but so far here the reviews are not so many, so I suppose that there will come in as because people are not even aware that this thing is streaming and in theater, because nobody's going to watch it. Despite the title, there's not much heat in the slow burning horror saga, which is more tedious than suspenseful. A pretty awful starring vehicle for the actor that she also produced. We know this from CNN. Brian Lowry, actually, top critic, the same. So that's official. Its problems are many, such as the stilted dialogue and predictable genre tropes, and there is a general sense that this movie wouldn't even exist if Heard had passed on it. So it really seems like a last chance type of movie that will not have been made. Wasn't perhaps for the production thinking, maybe we get some publicity anyhow, even if it's bad. Perhaps we get something out of this. I was watching also the ratings someplace else, which they're abysmal. So, and look at this, it was 39 and it keeps going down, then 32 and it keeps going down. I cannot show you this, I don't want to be so here it says she's probably going to participate to the Razzie Award. I mean, are you really surprised, honestly? The costumes here are for Halloween are gearing up. Are you really surprised? I mean, this person had a golden ticket literally in her hands, which was the ex-husband Johnny Depp, but because she's a messed up human being, unfortunately, it destroyed their relationship, destroyed almost that man, and in doing so also destroyed the only opportunity she had actually to have a career. The same thing that we're seeing now with Jada Pinkett Smith and Will Smith. And the more I see those headlines, my first reaction is, why? Why, for God? Like, why? Why do we need to know from you? Like, when did these people, right, started to believe that their inner workings of their relationship, interaction, or whatever was supposed to be something that we had to partake in? Right? All of a sudden, those people believed, Jada Pinkett Smith, even Will Smith, believed that their therapeutical session were so fundamentally important for the rest of humanities that they had to make the red table and they had to share it with everybody as a sort of an example to teach the rest of the world. No, we don't want to know. Therapy, yes, great, do it. But behind closed doors. We don't need to know everything, right? So this whole thing that all of a sudden more and more of the dirty laundry of a family is shared onto the public scene, it's just arming all of them. All this trying to rectify and throwing Will Smith under the bus in terms of, we were not married, we were separated from 2016, so I don't understand the slap, right? He had basically no right to call me wife and react upon the joke of Chris Rock or whatever. And she's throwing under the bus everybody, like literally saying, you know what? Why did he even bother defending me when I'm not his wife? And in doing so, humiliating Will Smith even further. Maybe Will Smith is just a guy that he has his own issues and he tried to make it work, right? So he lives in denial of their relationship and he tried all his life, all his best to make it work, but you're just, trying with the wrong person. Somebody that seems to have very much, this sort of opinionated nature, somehow believes that she's important enough to write a memoir or to share her memoir, as if, these people have achieved who knows what that we have to know about their past life, or that they were like a badass when they were young, like selling crack and whatever thing that she was doing with Tupac. I mean, it's insane, honestly. Again, I'm just going here on a rant, reacting. It's just crazy, and the more you hear about this woman, the more you want to go like, please stop. I don't want to hear nothing anymore. Please, just shut up. She did more to damage Will Smith's image than the slap. If she would have stood a little bit on the side of this guy in the past, probably Will Smith would not have built up that insecurity to that point where an harmless joke would have triggered all those issues, which obviously are there for a very long time. So, and the more you hear this woman talk, the more it starts to make sense, right? Where the issue is.